next what I want to do is maybe go for our text around our object. If you notice here, we have some text. Kind of fills in the sides, if you notice. Same with this one. Fills in the sides and the gaps. Same with this one. Fills in the sides and the gaps. So that's what we want to do, is fill in these gaps with the sides. Another thing I want to consider is make sure you want this text as your title. Alright, so what we're going to do, let's get down to business. Let's fill in the gaps. If I want more gaps, I may want to take my image and scale or make it a little bit different. I mean, it's totally up to you how you want to position it. But make sure you do save room for a barcode. And let's just go ahead and do the barcode right now. For the barcode, you can check my site directions. I think I have a barcode that you can put in there. In this case, I'm going to copy my barcode, paste it in there, and put it down in an area that's more obscure, less attraction to it. Probably bottom left, bottom right. I've also seen barcodes flip like this. So you could flip it, Command T, transform, shift, and hold it down. So those are some options that you got. In my case, it fits fairly well there. We're also going to be making a HQ code. HQ codes are when you scan something with your smartphone and it goes to a site. Check the directions, see what site to put for yours. But you're going to put in a website according to the directions. Hit save. You're going to call it my code. Hit save, and it's going to download right there. So after you download it, you're going to come in here and I'm going to drag that into my Photoshop. Command C, Command V, and I'm going to move that right there. Command T, transform, make it a little bit bigger so it matches. Alright, what we're going to do is, if you look in the bottom of these, you'll see it has like the price and the date and the website below it. So let's go ahead and do that. So with your magazine, let's see, we're gonna zoom in a little bit. Now with the magazine, you're gonna choose the rectangle tool and choose a white color. Put only web colors and bring it all the way up. Hit white, okay. And we draw like a square around it. You can hit the space bar while you're hold it down to get exact. Make sure the spacing is about the same all the way around. Right about there. And you want to take that shape layer, place it behind your barcodes. Then you're going to put T for text, okay. Again, zoom in on that. So, at the bottom, we're going to put like the month of when that's magazine's being printed. So, let's go sometime next year. This is not ready for press. If you change it to black or a coordinating color that is matches maybe the title color. So I'm gonna put January 2014. For my font, you don't want something too snazzy, just something bold and simple. There we go. And then right next to it, you're going to be putting your website name. Go ahead and put your WordPress name. So if it's CA for Joe doesn't fit, what should you do on that? A couple options, but one, you can condense the text. So remember here we have our character palette. We can go like -50, bring it in even more, and now it fits. Still a little bit out, so I could even take just this font right here and make it maybe a 11 point there. I think that's gonna work. On the top, you're gonna put the price. So T for text, go on the top. Decide how much you want to charge. I'm gonna charge $5.99 for mine, US. And if you're Canadian or want to add some Canadian prices, you can add like $1.50. So maybe it's $7.50 Canadian. And then my spacing, you want to space it out so it stretches across your barcode. So there we go. That's about right. All right. And again, you can change those the bottom color if you want it to stand out more, according to that. Now make sure it's not too big, and also notice I went outside my boundary. See, it's outside this line boundary. So what I want to do is hold down Shift and highlight all of those layers that contain the barcode, and then I can move them together as a group. I can hit Command T to transform if they're just too big, because you don't want it to overpower your magazine. There we go. This looks a little bit bright. Next, we're going to put in the text on the side right here. So first, you want to feature the name of the person that you have. So I'm going to have highlight Eddie here. So put Eddie, new DJ on the block. Now what you're going to need to do is capitalize, all caps these. So you're going to highlight all of the letters, and in your character palette you'll see it has all caps, okay, right here. So go ahead and hit not small caps but all caps. You can also choose small caps if you want just the first words all capped. And now we're going to fit that in just like that. Maybe I want to fit it in like so. Command T to transform. Okay, and then I can resize it. And again, you can choose the font, but again, I encourage you to look at your magazine covers and look at the kind of font that they use. I like that narrow font or that thick font. You can also change colors. So you also want to go back to what your color wheel that you chose. So if yours was like green, and then the second color was like this red, you'll want to punch in that red. So that red is 255, 178, 96. So I'd want to come in here, my Photoshop, and get that new color here. So double click the color and go ahead and punch that in. So 255, 178, 96, and add the swatches, and swatch 1, call that mag orange, and hit OK. So now I can do my text. I can highlight that, make it that color. Okay. And now we got that. And if I want Eddie more bold, I can try something strong, make it even more bold. Again, the spacing, decide how much spacing vertically you want to choose. So notice how it's kind of a little bit too tight. So I can go in here and change my spacing with the A and the little a above each other and decide. But you do want to keep it kind of close. So maybe I'll type in 40 for that. Okay, so maybe something like that. So I'm just going to keep inserting some text. So what I can do is decide what kind of text I want. So I kind of try to do something like that. Now if you want to do some text on the side like this, that's creative too, but make sure you have enough space for it. So I'm probably going to want to use a thin font for that side. So these are going to be magazine titles. So know your talents maybe. And maybe I'm going to choose a more condensed. I know Arial thin would maybe be a good choice here. Condensed light. There we go. Right. So I could do know your talents. Put that right there. Command T to transform. Sometimes they also put like page numbers. You could hold down the Option key, make a copy, T. Let's say it's on page or 3. And you could again change that color to one of your swatches that you picked. Again, if you're trying to pick a color that was there, you can hit the I for eyedropper tool. You double click and then click on that green. You can get that green back and hit OK. So now my thing is green. So I could put that 3 into there so they know what page number to find that. But again, that's up to you in terms of what you want to do to make it look legit. Hit Command, hit Know Your Talents, and then I can drag that to make my another article. So crazy sounds. You just want to make up something that sounds good. Make sure you don't bleed over that guide. So I'm going to move that over. It's okay if it comes over him a little bit, but just make sure it's legible. So notice that's not really legible, but now it is. Okay. If it's really not legible, you can go into your function and you can choose a stroke and make it like a black thin, maybe 1 or 2 point black stroke. But then notice how it doesn't look good on this white background, so I'm going to take that off. You could try a drop shadow. And let's see how that looks. But see, that doesn't look good either. So I'm just going to leave it. Just depends on the colors you have and use, but just make sure, because it's going to be printed, so you want to make sure that it's going to be legible. So I'm just going to keep adding some more text in here. And again, use some examples. I really, again, challenge you guys to be creative. Like here he has a circle, here he has this cool little lines here. Here's, they have symbols, the plus signs. Here I like how it's really big and then small descriptions, and just make it yours. Don't follow my exact, just make it your magazine and follow these guidelines, but again, make it really creative because this is your magazine cover.